Hello, I am Melanie, and welcome to my channel, Melanie's Universal Insight. If this is your first time here, welcome, and if it's not your first time, welcome back. So today, I want to do something different. I want to do a channeled message from the Akashic records. And I have been doing Akashic record readings for quite some time. I have them available in my links, and I do the Akashic record reading through an email reading or a recorded audio reading. And if you wanted one through the phone, then I would suggest booking at least an hour session, because I would need about an hour to do that reading for you if you would want it done live, like on the phone. So I have a bunch of fun things in front of me. I have some angel numbers, I have some letters, I have some signs and symbols, I have some numbers, I have some zodiac signs. I have 2 decks of cards, and I want to channel a message for you, the collective. So let's start with a mantra before we get into any of this. And I also have an energy deck and a tarot deck that I will work with at some point, so we can get some in-the-moment messages for you guys. I'll do the pick a card, and I'll also focus in on the energy in the moment, because I just feel it's so important. Even though I do videos with topics, I feel the date of the video, even though the videos are timeless, I just feel it's just a flow of the energy as we go. So the most recent video I do, whatever the topic is, I just feel it's in the flow of the current energy, if that's what you're interested in following. But there's also readings, and they're timeless, so you can learn something at any time of finding the video. Okay? So let's start with this mantra. I open myself as a channel for the quiet voice of spirit to rise and speak for whoever finds this message at the right moment. I enter this space with clear intentions, allowing only truth, clarity, and positive energy to flow through my words. I am grounded, protected, and guided through spirit. Anything not aligned with the highest good is turned away. I trust my intuition, anchored in the knowing that what comes through is meant to uplift, support, and bring insight from the universal spirit. Take what resonates and learn from the rest. Okay. So let's start with these cards here, and then I'll get into the numbers and the signs and symbols and all of that. So, but I want to start with the messages that the Akashic records wants to come through for us as a collective. So we all have our own Akashic records. We all have our own. It's a place where the past, the present, and the future, and our karmic life, and it's all there. It's our personal energy vault in the universe. But we're going to tap in as a collective, so focus on questions you might have the interest of having some answers to. tap into this energy with me, and there may be spiritual messages that come through for you through this reading. I see so much intelligence. I see books that have been read, education. So either you are educated or you've been thinking about adding a modality into your life, or going back to school, or teaching, even creating a platform where you educate people online, showing your skills, putting yourself out there. And there's so much diversity in this energy. So it can resonate for so many of you. Like diversity in so many different niches, subjects. Then I'm seeing the energy of exploration, feeling free-spirited, feeling young. And if you have kids, like, go on the rides with them if you can handle it. Don't just stand there and watch. Butterflies are coming through very strongly. That may be a message for somebody as a sign. It's butterflies. Okay, so I see summer, which we're in, and then we're going to go into winter. So this energy is from now until winter. So fall is going to be a very strong, transformative time for so many of us, but for the better. Almost like a warm blanket is going to be put over us in the fall, where we can rest and feel like we did the work. And now we're at a steady pace to allow everything we created to flow. And then I see in the winter more growth, positive growth, and a very happy winter. I see commitments, romantic commitments coming into many of your lives, even though it may not feel like that can happen because you may have been single for so long or felt stuck for so long. But I see these commitments of love, feeling content. I see when you come up with an idea, something you want to create, the universe gives us like a certain amount of time in our manifestation pool of the things we want. So when we make those manifestation lists and we go back and we reread them, if we write 8 things and like 5 things happen and 3 things don't, do you still want those 3 things? So it's like we have a certain amount of time to put our energy into something. Or are you trying to focus on too much at the same time? Instead of 10 things, make it 6 things. And then you may have more time. I see many of us on the path of awakening or on an ascension path or increasing your spirituality at whatever level, focusing on your craft. I see the beginning stages, going to higher levels of initiation of your path, of your personal path. And if things feel up in the air, and if you can't make a decision, take your time. Give yourself 3 weeks. And then ask yourself again. Like, try not to make decisions so quickly if you feel like uneasy. But if you know what you want right away, make the decision. Don't doubt yourself. So many of us will listen to videos like this for our own validation. And when we talk about the collective, that's you, me, whoever's listening in our small collective right now. We're seeking answers for our own intuition. And I feel so many of us ask our ancestors, those who have crossed over, for answers. Like we've talked to, like my dad passed away. So I'll be like, Daddy, give me a sign that I'm making the right decision. Show me a ladybug somewhere, for example. Or we talk to spirit, or like spirit guides, or we talk to God, or we talk to whoever it is you choose to communicate with, an archangel. But spirit wants to come through. Spirit is around you. The veil is always thinning when you call in spirit. The more you call in spirit, the thinner veil you have around you. Because spirit feels safe around you because you call them in. So the veil will stay thinner for certain people, like especially a psychic medium. And I also am a psychic medium. And those readings are also available in my links. And I usually either do audio or email, but I could do it also through the phone. Same thing. If you wanted that, at least give yourself an hour. But spirit wants to come through so bad. I hear the name Michael. I feel there's like a bunch of chairs, and I feel a bunch of energies lined up that want to express themselves to you. So you must ask them to do something subtle within your home, like move a book, move a frame, something. And you will probably forget about it, and then you'll maybe realize it. But spirit wants to prove they're there. And last but not least, last message, pay attention to the moon cycles. That's so important for so many of us. You are protected. When you put yourself in protective energy. And you are always guided, even when you're not asking for guidance. Spirit is always guiding you somehow, especially when you follow a spiritual path. And you wouldn't be listening to me if you weren't following a spiritual path. And if you're curious, I hope I'm explaining this type of lifestyle correctly to you. Okay, so I want to look into the energy And we did get from now until winter, so let's look into that energy. It's like spread out the timeline. I want to see what the energy is. So there's a lot of anxious energy coming through for many of you. Some storms ahead. Be prepared for them. You will get through it. Pay attention to signs and try to avoid things that make you feel anxious. I see a lot of love coming to many of you. I see a lot of self-love. I see the divine feminine energy being very high. I see a lot of you feminines who are or masculines waiting for that masculine relationship to come into your life. I see there's love coming. I also see that there's attachments that many of you need to let go of, especially from the past. You know who you are. If you feel somebody's wearing a mask, maybe you should avoid that person if you can. You don't need to be around people who aren't who they are. Again, I see these caring energies coming through these relationships happening. Pay attention to like those gut instincts in your third chakra. Like believe your intuition. Be appreciative to all the good in your life, to put yourself in the flow of abundance and manifestation. I see so many people having victories. I see the warning of storms, like literally like real storms outside in the real world, like rain and those types of storms. I see those types of storms that we're going through. And I also see, again, romance coming through. That's Willow in the background mowing. Are you validating? Love coming through? Go lay down. You can sit in the room with us. So much love in this reading. This is a very heavy love reading. So a number that is coming through is 1033. Pay attention to threes. I am going to pull 3 tarot cards. I would like you to focus on a question. So think about or a situation, and you will pick card A, card B, or card C. And if it resonates, it's for you. Or you could pick all the cards and get like one whole message. So the way I'm going to read them is like in a whole, but I will say card A, card B, card C, if you want to just choose one card. Okay, so card A, card B, and card C. Let's start with card A. So card A is the tarot card I picked yesterday. So if you go in my shorts, you go and find yesterday's card, and there will be insight into that card. So we get the 8 of Swords. I mean, this is showing me that a lot of you are holding yourself back out of fear, or you feel it's not ready yet, and it is ready. So try to break free your energy. And let's pull an energy card over this card to get a little bit more insight. Like nurture yourself. Nurture those in your environment. Let others nurture you if they choose. Let others in. And if butterflies mean anything to you, or a cat, take it. And I see compassion coming to you, where your soul will feel calmer. I see you breaking free from old habits, old situations, and the blockages that are holding you back. Okay, so card B is showing us growth, abundance, yellow butterflies, feathers. Oh, there's a ladybug. Does that mean I got my sign? Because I did say, for example. And I did have an answer. I did have a question for my father in my mind, and I'm seeing the ladybug. So there you go. That tells me yes. That's how spirit comes through. Oh, and then card A, sapphire, if that means anything, and card B, emerald. Yellow butterflies, beautiful environments, or just feeling like I love nature and I just happiness and growth. Like, wow, my life is coming together. Like, I love the room I just created. Like it's not like materialistic in an extraordinary way where you can't financially afford this type of lifestyle. This is more like the little things that make you happy. You know, the way you decorated your space with what you had. You have to be in an environment right now that makes you feel good. That's so important. And there's like 3 yellow butterflies, if that means anything to anybody. All right, so let's pull 2 cards, 2 energy cards to get some clarity. Be brave. You have to trust the steps to get you to being in this emerald palace, let's call it, of abundance. You're getting there. And don't be afraid of the unknown. Trust your intuition, because the path of intuition is going to get you there. So whoever is trying to manifest something very strongly, you have to trust the steps of intuition along the path of manifestation. Okay, and card C is you need to really push your energy to a higher level. And red ruby comes through. You need to ground your root chakra. You really need to have like a stable foundation. And if you feel like you're new at something, that's okay, because you're going to like create strong growth. Let's pull 2. That card, we didn't pull it. That card went flying. And like an adventure. You need to see what it is you want to bring into your life. So you need to surround yourself in the environments of what you're trying to create. You need to find inspiration, even if it's online. Because it's not easy for someone to just pick up and go on a vacation or just get in the car and go somewhere. So even if you start researching what it is you want online. And I see so many of you in this, in going through an awakening. You're in the process of the awakening. Some of you are like advanced in the awakening. The further you go in your awakening, you discover more of who you really are, and you see things differently around you. And that could be a struggle for some time. Okay, so those are those messages. And let's end this reading with all of these trinkets in front of me. So if you feel like someone's playing games with you, you need to speak up or step out. try to look at things differently. Try to look at things with a different perspective, okay? Open your heart to love. Someone's trying to throw love your way. Someone's trying to get your attention. This is like more for like masculine energy focusing on female energy. Someone is trying to really get your attention. And you may not feel like attractive, but they find you attractive. So all of the things that you're like insecure about, they see past that. So you're worrying for no reason. Someone wants to treat you like a queen. You need to treat yourself like a queen. Someone is like, pay attention to physical stars or constellations, or like a physical star may mean something to you. Multiple stars, and someone's going into the spotlight. And then I see moon energy being very important. Pay attention to the moon. And then I also am picking up masculine energy that may be immature. And that might not work for some of you. You may need to put up a boundary. And then there may be someone who may have like, and there may be someone that you are connected to that may have a son. If that means anything to anyone. Okay, so here are the numbers. We got 11. We got the number 2. So I'm gonna also, so it could be like January 1st. Or the 11th of the month. February, or the 2nd of the month. The number 44. These could also be like addresses, just numbers that mean something to you. So we have 44. The number 5, May. And then the 44 could be, if I separate it, could be April, or the 4th. Then I have 6, 66, could be someone's age. These numbers could be someone's age. So 44, 11, 2 or 5, 66. And then June 6, July, and September, or the 7th of the month or the 9th. Okay, that's how I'm looking at that. Then I have letters. We have D, R, L, and then I got 2 N's. So someone could have heavy N's in their name, like 2 N's. Like I think Anna has 2 N's. And then I hear Daryl, Richard, and Lorraine. Okay. So then I have the planet, the sun. So we have sun energy. And then we have the planet Uranus. We have Uranus energy. And then we have Mars energy. So for anyone into astrology, those are planets that I'm picking up on. And then I have Scorpio twice and Cancer. And you can look up the time frame of Scorpio. So that could be a timeline, and the timeline of Cancer, which that could be a timeline. Like within the Cancer season, within the Scorpio season, someone in your life could be a Scorpio. 2 Scorpios could be in your life. You could have been with 2 Scorpios, but heavy water energy, because Scorpio and Cancer is water. Okay, so let's end this with these angel numbers. So I have these angel number cards. So we get 1212, which means duality. 1111, which means intuition. And it means so many more things. This is just... And then 1010. And I saw 1010 twice today, which means growth. So if those mean anything to you, if that gives you validation. So thank you so much for listening to today's reading. Thank you for still being here. If today's messages resonated, please subscribe, like this video, and share this video with others who may align with the messages. If you're interested in a private reading, you can find my links in the below description or on my profile page here on YouTube. And one last thing, I have a playlist called Tarot Messages, I think. And you can ask yourself a question. You can click in that playlist and randomly pick on a card and then read the description, and there may be a message there for you. I will add the link to the tarot playlist in the description of this video. So until the next reading, many blessings to all of you. Bye-bye.